What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let me get to the spot. Hey, everybody. What is going on? This is Plan Your Greatness, and I am your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton. And let's get started today. Today is Turn Up Tuesday. Yes, it is. And I've got a question for you. There are approximately 100 days left in a year, give or take a few days. All right, so we've just passed that marker. So my question to you is, what goals do you have in place that you're pursuing? Or what are you thinking about doing to finish the year strong? We're going to talk about that here on Turn Up Tuesdays on the Plan Your Greatness channel. Hey, we are back. This is Turn Up Tuesdays on your Plan Your Greatness TV. All right, I asked the question. We've got about 100 days left in the year. So what are you going to do to ensure that you finish this year strong and that you can turn over 2020 and make it a great year? Now, I believe there's some celestial things that are going on with zodiac signs, all that stuff that says 2020 is supposed to be a phenomenal year. It's a milestone for something. I'm not sure what it is. And I'll probably do a little research and I'll post that information. I'll probably, attach it to the video or something like that. But there's something very significant about 2020. I'm not sure. I may have heard, but I just kind of feel that this is a very significant year. And I'm not saying that this is my year or anything like that. Every year is my year. All I do is win, no matter what. So I'm asking you, what are you doing to ensure that this year, that you're closing out 2019 and going into 2020 on a very high note? All right, so that's going to require that you have some sort of plan, and you are going to be taking action on that plan. Because again, plans are great, but if you don't execute them, because people worship information, people reward information, but they worship execution, meaning that when you can get stuff done, that is worship. Just knowing the process, everybody's like, oh, that's great. But like, I think I posted this online, is that, are you the person that knows how, or are you the person that knows, or are you the person that knows how? We have a lot of people out there that know, but we don't have a lot of people that know how. All right. So does this number ring a bell to you? 1,241. Does that number ring a bell at all? Now, if you've been smashing the like button, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting that notification bell, you would probably know the significance of that number on this channel. Well, I'll tell you, that number is the amount of days that I was incarcerated. And I believe somewhere on the screen, I'm going to put up, like, what does that equal to? How many days, hours, minutes, seconds, as far as what we can do in the course of that time. So reason why I bring that up is we're talking about 100 days to the end of the year. So my challenge to you is, what are you doing in those next 100 days? What are you planning to accomplish? Because, man, a lifetime can be created in those 100 days. And actually a life can be turned upside down in those days as well. So there's 3 areas that we find ourselves really trying to get a hold of in our lives. And that is our relationships, whether we're trying to create one or maintain one, our finances, and our health and wellness. Those 3 areas, in my opinion, are the major 3 that we are always trying to get a grasp of. And so I'm going to challenge you later on that you're going to want to look at those 3 and pick one of them and really try to make a significant change going forward to the end of the year. Now, I have a friend of mine, Mark Davis. Shout out to Mark. He's a lawyer, born in San Diego, ended up going to Stanford, sharp guy. I think he got his degree in economics. He is a lawyer in the state of California. But Mark and his family has been getting up every day and walking, doing some sort of exercise. And it's up to the point that it is up to 65 consecutive days. And it has inspired me to do a lot of things, change as far as me getting consistent with putting my videos up, me going to the gym. So, and I've mentioned this before, that when you make that change, it changes. One thing can change everything. Mark has also, I've seen him post on there talking about how he's trying to reduce his sugar intake. So just him getting up and exercising has made him start thinking about other areas of his life that he may want to make some changes. And so I'm bringing that to your attention, is that I have made 450 videos. I didn't realize I had made that many. And I've done it almost one video a day. But the process, if you know me, you know my process isn't just clicking on the camera and then just start talking. There is a process I have. I think about what I'm going to write, or I'm going to discuss. Then I physically write it on paper. Then I walk through it to see if there's other ideas that come up. So I'll make the additions. Then I transfer that into a Word document. And then I walk through it again, seeing if there's anything else that comes up. I add those, because now I can just add, delete, or whatever onto the Word document. Then I cut it out, put it into a smaller sheet of paper, and I attach it to something that I can see as I'm talking. Because as I'm talking to you right now, I have notes that you can't see. But these are topics, because I know how I can get, just like I'm doing right now, I can get sidetracked onto some tangent, and then I can't pull myself. So the notes are things I want to cover, but it also helps keep me focused on the topic. All right, so I've made these 450 videos. It takes a process. Each one of the videos probably averages, let's say 8 to 10 minutes. And it probably takes me 2 hours to get it properly in order, the things I want to cover, so it doesn't appear that I'm just flying all over the place. So I've put in a lot of work, and I'm proud of myself as far as what I'm creating with this channel. But what I'm getting at, and that leads me to the next point, is that there's 100 days left in the year. What happens at the end of the year is what most of us do. We'll set New Year's resolutions. We'll say, I want a better relationship. I want more money. I want to have better health, fitness. And then the statistics will show that eHarmony, Match.com, Black People Meet, all these little websites, if there's a fee, it goes, gym memberships, they all go through the roof as far as people signing up with these new goals that, hey, I'm going to be this new person in the year. And then within 1 week, all the way up to 5 months, that number just starts to decrease until these places, these websites, these gyms are back to their normal numbers. And hopefully they're saying, hey, we're going to get these people in, and hopefully we can, get beyond the attrition and then keep some of these people long term. But what I'm getting at is you must have a sustained focus. Just like Mark. Mark has been going for 65 days, and now his body has kicked in. His mind started the idea, just like the keys, the ignition. But once you get past that starter, the engine is actually running on its own. And that's what happened. Mark has created this muscle memory that he gets up, probably doesn't feel his best, but he's moving forward. And then his family is in. So he's got these other things that are holding himself accountable. But he even mentioned in his video, it's not about everyone else holding him accountable. He gets up and holds himself accountable. And that's why I said that muscle memory comes in, where it's basically telling the mind, great, I'm glad you got me started, but I'm on my own now. I got this. I'm on autopilot. So there must be some consistency in that. And I think about in finance, they have this thing called a rule of 72. Now, some of you may know what that means. That is that if you want to find out when your money doubles, or like when you're going to hit your goal, you take whatever money you have, and let's just say a round number of $10,000, and you want to know when that number is going to reach $20,000, well, then you just take what your interest rate you're going to get on that money, and let's just say a round number of 8. You got $10,000. You're drawing 8% interest, so that means that money is increasing by 8% every year over the next X amount of years. And so that what it is, you take number 72 divided by the 8% interest, and that gives you 9. So that you'll know that in 9 years, that $10,000 is going to now be $20,000. And so it's the same thing if you want to get better at something at the end of the year. you do what I call the mathematical equation of success, which is time plus focus plus effort. And then if you do that, you can literally look out and say, okay, this is what I want to do. This is the effort I'm going to put forth, and I'm going to make sure I'm focusing on it every day. And then that's basically going to give you a really roundabout number of when you're going to accomplish your goal. So now, with that said, let's get to the call of action. My call of action today for you, and this is going on till the end of the year. I want you to think of something that you can start that you're going to complete over the next 100 consecutive days or just over this time period. I've made a commitment as far as something I'm going to do for my mom, and this is going to be something I'm going to be doing on a weekly basis. So I've made that commitment. You can say, hey, I want to get to the gym, and if I can't get to the gym, I'm going to do X amount of push-ups, or I'm going to walk, or whatever you're going to do. You're saying, well, I'm going to make sure every paycheck I'm going to save, or let's just say something you can do every day. I'm going to substitute every time I'm eating a meal, I'm going to substitute water for the drinks and stuff. So two things are going to happen. You're going to save some money, and you're going to get yourself healthier, or you say relationships. I'm either going to go on one of these websites and I'm going to start interacting, or I'm just going to start interacting with people on a daily basis, get myself out there, talk to people, because I want to have a significant other in the next 100 days. Any one of those things that you do, you are now absolutely 100% planning your greatness. All right. Make sure you hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can get my updates, know when a video is coming up. I think they premiere it and say within 30 minutes, the video. So then you have an opportunity to go get your food, get your snacks, so you can listen, or you just know, oh, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to put this headset on. Carlton's going to give me these things to think about while I'm getting my little grind on, or whatever it is. So you hit that and you stay connected. And I'll say this again as I leave you every week. Plan your greatness. You know why? Yeah. That's my boy. He's taking us out again. Once again, I'll say this again. Plan your greatness. You know why? Because no one else.
A young boy once
see you all
was all alone. No one knew he was home. No one said